Hello there, my name is Rachel Lucky to About Animation, and today will be a first impression of the first two episodes of Warriors Yurukun Eternal. I think I butchered that name, but besides that, this is the first two episodes. Of course, you click this first episode because you just curious this any good or just didn't make sense because you need to be explained because this two episodes is sort of confusing because Gindi tended to do something very unique that he's trying to not fully explain everything. It's more like I cut everything in all pieces, switch all around to see if you could make it sense. That's sort of a very dangerous film kind of technique that you have to be very confident knowing what you're doing because I did heard a couple of critics before me. This couple of first episode is so confusing that they don't know they actually grasp what Gendy trying to do. Luckily for me, I kind of caught on what he trying to do. That he tried to make three different elements: metric, supernatural, and time travel. That each character sort of dies and come back a very unique way, using this sort of robot machine to carry the mission to stop this evil kind of being. But the only problem is this is sort of a cycle that repeats over and over again every time the heroes defeat the main villain and resets because they can never fully defeat it. Till this last time, something went wrong. That nobody knows why become wrong because most of the characters don't remember who they are or understand their special abilities because they got once more reborn, but something is completely off. This is basically the first episode or two because the first two episodes they're attempting not to explain it. It's more showing you how each character got chosen, how they got reborn every single time to defeat this evil creature, but once again they can't. But the reason why they keep doing this is because of Murder and his machine who keep helping it. But once again, we don't know why this time didn't actually work. Why Morning Faye, all depends which name she has right now, that she doesn't remember. The only one who kind of does remember is the elf prince. That he's the only one because he's the one who only has the most tactical or most careful reborn of all the other heroes. So he's the one who's trying to explain to everybody what we should do next. But at the same time, you have now two characters and one, the Mourner Faye female character, that she is confused what actually going on. She is basically the surrogate character for the audience to introduce this sort of concept because this concept is confusing if you don't know what yet they try to do this series. This can easily fail if you don't understand what you're doing. It's sort of a very risky sort of storytelling because one little mistranslation, one little mismovement can easily does not make sense on the grand piece because it's one of those shows that you have to see the very beginning to very end to get what the story, or at least understand what the story trying to tell you. And yeah, that's the main problem. I'm 100% sure that a lot of people didn't get the first two episodes. I admit I was a little confused first till I finally got it what they trying to do. But did I like it? You have to say yes and no because one simple thing. This is supposed to be in a Cartoon Network original, not Adult Swim. Because of this, it was delayed to modify it to make it Adult Swim in the last minute. This is the reason why this series feels sort of kind of all ages sort of comedy that trying to be loopy, kind of goofy instead of being sort of gritty, grungy. It's sort of trying to fix itself to get to the right audience. But at the same time, this is not supposed to be a mini series either. This is supposed to be a whole series. Basically, have multiple seasons develop the characters in the situation. But unfortunately, Giddy got screwed by WB because at the last minute they decided to change the plans. Now this is a mini series, so we don't know this little experiment will actually be successful if how his first two episodes feels kind of undone. Like it's something that you kind of like it or you hate it. Depends how the series ends. And honestly, no one yet fully seen this series, so we don't know if they actually hits the target. In other words, for right now, I do enjoy the art style and the action because the art style it's so reminiscent sort of Rubber Hose era, specifically Betty Boop's sort of art style meets sort of Astro Boy anime. That I feel they mix both art styles. You have moments that I feel Astro Boy, that sort of unique, kind of bumpy, long nose. You have other times feel like Betty Boo, that sort of bubble head, kind of big eyes, but not really anime, almost like a doll kind of shape. That it just really appeals to me. It really sees this two art style mix so well. On top of this sort of kind of steampunk sort of take with the matching time travel, everything sort of little things make this sort of very unique setting and sort of imagery of the animation that just grabs you. But of course, it's all about if you like this sort of art style, because there are a lot of people who don't like this art style, but have the different something different unique like this deserve respect because it takes time to figure out to make the characters pop. And these characters do pop. Each single character is just good. Now the fluency of this animation, like damn, I mean the animation is just like fluency. You have little moments like a character carrying a bunch of kids, saving them, and you just see the little kids jumping one by one and sequence timing. That's takes effort. That takes timing and right. In other words, you have to understand the animation weight of a character, how they move. You don't understand how frustrating that is, but how rewarding if you do it right. And that's something that little details, the flame, the character movements, reactions, little things here and there, my mind was just blown. Even that sort of high budget, this supposed to be a series, not a mini series, but at the same time, it's just so beautiful. Like, oh, this is so great. Like, doesn't matter what type of budget you give a Gendy, he always knows how to spend it. He knows, like, yeah, we can't blow up here. We have to do something creative. And that's what's so interesting about Gindi. Doesn't matter if you like the project he is or not, he always knows how to direct it. Understand it, we have to be more creative. And this one feels you have the budget to do almost whatever he wants without even not to basically spending out over exaggeration if he wishes or not. But besides that, gushing of the art style, the characters are semi-interesting. Once again, this is meant for all ages, not for teen and the adults, because you don't really understand the characters a little bit, because you're trying to keep up with the characters, because at the very end, it's just setting up that everybody is sort of broken to figure out how to stop the evil creature, at least what we understand, because the only thing we know is an evil fox lady who has special abilities tries to stop them to raise her master, and that's it. But once again, I kind of enjoy it because the art style is just so refreshing and interesting. I do like that sort of kind of Rubber Hose era. It's still a lot of things that need more polish, but once again, it's something that you can't really blame Gendy. It's almost like you understand them. Hopefully, it does land the target in the next couple episodes. But I don't know you how you felt about this. It's something I can't not recommend or avoid. It's something I have to say you need to watch yourself if you actually like it. In fact, I may ask this question: do you actually like it? Tell me down below. If you hate it, tell me why. If you like it, tell me why. If you're confused, you still don't get it, I don't blame you. I got nothing else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.